It's Mike Farrell, Rivals.com at the Rivals Camp Series presented by Under Armour here in the Atlanta stop with linebacker Will Ignont. IMG guy, but, obviously got a lot of ties to different schools and programs. But tell me about a visit to Georgia you took yesterday. That's the first one I want to talk about. How was that visit? What's your impression of Kirby and the new staff?
Really, me and Kirby Smart had a really good relationship when he was at the University of Alabama. He wasn't my recruiting coordinator there, but me and him had a really good relationship with him being the defensive coordinator. So really, when I went over there, it was more about not seeing the campus, but just talking to those guys and meeting up with Coach Schumann and Coach Tucker again and seeing those guys that I'm used to seeing almost every weekend at the University of Alabama, going to Georgia and seeing them and seeing how they are in that type of environment and really just seeing, the culture there and how things are there and really just talking ball with those guys.
What was your impression, and were there any players that you sort of talked to and clicked with?
No, I didn't get to talk to many players. I'm probably going to end up going back today, but my impression, it was really good. I feel like they're going to be something really special here in the near future. I feel like they're going to do big things, and I just look for them to do big things here in the near future.
I assume they're in your top five. You mentioned you had a top five. So UGA, who are the other four?
Notre Dame, LSU, Georgia, and UCLA.
All right, so let's talk about Notre Dame and LSU first. What do you like about those programs, and when do you plan on visiting those schools?
I plan on visiting Notre Dame sometime this summer with my boy Josh Kane, though. Me and him are real high on those guys, and really about Notre Dame, it doesn't get any better academically wise. If I go there, I have a career after football, whether it's the NFL or whether I go into the workforce. So that's something really good. And as far as LSU, LSU, when Coach Steele was there, we had a really good relationship. LSU was actually my number one at one point. Then I hadn't heard from them around, but their new defensive coordinator, I've been talking to him here lately, and me and Dylan have been talking about kind of maybe taking our talents there. So we'll see where that ends up.
Now, obviously, you're talking about Dylan Moses, a new teammate of yours. He's visited Alabama and LSU recently. Do you guys talk about going to school together?
We do a lot. We actually, all the IMG guys, were in a big group mess. We kind of joke around a lot, saying we all go to the same school, maybe be the first team to kind of do that. So with me and Dylan, we do talk about going to school together a lot, whether it's LSU or Alabama or anywhere really. That's one of my real good friends. He's a real hard worker, and that's just somebody I could really see myself playing with alongside at the next level.
And your other two favorite schools, tell me what you like about them, and break down when you want to get back there or visit there for the first time.
I forgot to mention Auburn. I really like Auburn and UCLA. I plan to visit. I plan to take one of my officials to UCLA for sure. I'm not sure which game. Hopefully one of the big games like USC or something like that. But I'm definitely going to plan on taking an official to UCLA. And as far as Auburn, as far as that goes, it doesn't really get any better. All those guys on that coaching staff I look up to like father figures. I've been around them since my freshman year, and those are just great guys. I can't say enough about the coaching staff.
Alabama was linked to you for a long time, very early in the process. What's your relationship there?
It's still good. They're really right up there. That's why I don't really have them for sure top five. It's just something about playing at home, something about Nick Saban. He's a real good guy. And I feel like they got a lot of good guys on their coaching staff there. And Coach Pruitt, he's a real good guy and somebody I could definitely see myself playing for.
Okay, so it can change, but give me right now in order, your top five, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll probably have to put Georgia at the front just from going there yesterday, and I even want to go back today. I just didn't get that feel anywhere else. And next would definitely be LSU. I really like Coach Aranda. He's a real good coach, I think. And then next after that would be UCLA, Auburn, and Notre Dame.
All right, long way to go, I would imagine. Going to wait till the end?
Yeah, I might wait till the end, but I might make a decision before the season. So we're just going to see how it goes.
We'll see. Georgia putting themselves in good position. Thanks very much.